On a quiet farm, a mother hen lived with her 9 tiny chicks. She was proud and protective, guiding them through the fields, teaching them to forage and cluck. Her world revolved around them, and they adored her in return, always following her lead. Gradually, the hen grew comfortable leaving her chicks in the cat's presence. Whenever she needed to leave, she'd watch from a distance, keeping a close eye, but the cat remained passive and indifferent. The chicks, hesitant at first, began to grow used to the cat's presence. Over time, they didn't just tolerate the cat, they seemed to like being around it. They would play near its paws, even snuggling up against its soft fur when the day grew chilly. One day, the hen returned to find something surprising. Instead of rushing to greet her, the chicks remained curled up against the cat, sleeping soundly beside it. At first, the hen clucked softly to them, expecting them to scurry to her, but they barely stirred. Her heart twinged with jealousy. The chicks, it seemed, were growing more attached to the cat than to her. Each day, the hen noticed the same thing. The chicks lingered around the cat, chirping happily as they nestled into its warm fur, climbing onto its back, or playfully batting at its tail. The hen would call to them, but instead of rushing to her side, they would hesitate, glancing between her and the cat. It became clear that their bond with the cat was growing deeper, and this filled the mother hen with an unexpected sense of loss. She had always been their protector, the one they relied on for warmth, food, and guidance. Now, it seemed as if they no longer needed her in the same way. Instead, they had formed a new bond with the cat, a bond that she didn't know how to compete with. One evening, after a long day of foraging, the hen returned to the barn, only to find all her chicks once again nestled against the cat instead of under her wings. She clucked sharply, trying to gather them back to her, but they seemed torn, reluctant to leave the comfort of their feline companion. The cat, sensing the tension, quietly stretched and padded out of the barn, leaving the chicks behind. For a brief moment, the hen felt relief. Her chicks were hers again, but when she looked down at them, she saw their confusion and sadness. They missed the cat. The hen hadn't anticipated the depth of the bond that had formed between her chicks and the cat. At first, it had just been an arrangement of convenience, a safe place for her chicks to stay while she was away. But now, the chicks saw the cat as part of their family, a companion who provided warmth, comfort, and safety. In her heart, the hen knew that she had been too focused on her own jealousy. She had been afraid of losing her chicks' affection, afraid that the cat was taking her place. But as she watched the chicks clamor after the cat, chirping excitedly when it returned, she began to understand that love wasn't a competition. Her chicks weren't choosing the cat over her. They had simply formed their own special bond with it. Over time, the hen softened. She allowed the cat to remain close to her chicks without feeling threatened. She watched as they snuggled up to the cat's warm fur, knowing that their hearts had grown big enough to love them both. She realized that they weren't lost to her. They had just found love in a new place, a place she hadn't expected. Eventually, the hen and the cat shared the role of caretakers. The chicks would spread themselves between the two of them, some nestled under the hen's feathers, while others curled up against the cat's fur. And so, the mother hen learned that family could come in unexpected forms, and love could be shared without diminishing her place in her chicks' hearts. She rested beside the cat, no longer feeling jealous, but grateful for the companionship they had found together. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more lovely stories like this.